Good evening, OZMINING here. We are undertaking some high-end engineering and woodwork projects, aka we need to get the hot air out of the warehouse. It's crazy hot, so I am just building a template now. I am then going to be fixing these ducting joins, so the hot air will go through these. I'll cut this middle bit out, and my 200mm or 8-inch ducts will then tape or cable tie onto these, and this whole template will then fit into the window. So yeah, we'll go up there now. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing upstairs. Let's just have a quick look at the inverters. They have been purring along very nicely the last few days, no issues. Big thanks to the tech team that was calibrating these and getting these set up. Really appreciate all their hard work. Things are running super smooth now. So now I'm sort of getting back to, now the solar's in, to I think really spending some time in the warehouse and actually getting it set up to mine and make some money, because I need to pay back these solar panels. So the warehouse is a complete and utter mess. I've actually made a big purchase at Bunnings, which is a dustbin just to start putting rubbish into. But look at this chaos here. It is crazy. It's like Aladdin's cave. There are just crypto things everywhere. There is so much work to do. I don't even want, if I wrote it down, I'd probably just cry. So it's one of those things, just keep moving one step at a time. We'll get there. All my machines are off at the moment. Just while I'm doing this work and recalibrating, it's just easier to have them off and not boiling like an egg up here. I've actually got a couple of L7s in, which is good. One works like a dream, beautiful over here. The other one down there is actually only got 2 hash boards working. But here's the conundrum. The one with only 2 hash boards working, I paid 5,000 Aussie for, which is 3,500 US. These are going upwards, the L7s now, of 10,000 Aussie dollars plus. So even with 2 hash boards, it's probably worth the 5,000 Aussie dollars I paid for it. And I am actually looking at maybe sending it to a repair centre to get the broken hash board. Well, I think it's broken, but I'll do a little bit of testing. But even if I spent a couple thousand Aussie dollars getting one hash board fixed, if I'm all in for 7,000 Aussie dollars on an L7 at the moment, that's still cheaper than you can pick them up secondhand on most marketplaces at the moment. So I'm probably just going to swallow it. I'm a bit pissed that I brought a L7, it's broken. I might try and work something out with the seller, but they said I can return it. Well, this is the big question, team. Do I return or do I keep? I think at 5,000 Aussie dollars, even with 2 hash boards, it runs at around 6,000 something. I think it runs at 6,000 gigahash, but it only pulls 2,100 watts. So efficiency is still there. It's not drawing the full power and giving me less hash rate. It's giving me less hash rate with less power. So I think the hash rate for joules or hash rate for watts is still the same as an L7 with all 3 boards working. So a bit annoying, but I think the big picture is I'm probably going to hang on to it. Some other issues I've been having is I've been noticing that the cables that I have actually started getting a little bit, dare I say, not this one, but a few have been getting a little bit melty at the end that are going to my Ice River KS5s. And I've actually been to the shop tonight and we looked at it. The standard molded end cables for these 15 amp cables, they're actually just a bit flimsy. They're a bit cheap. They are from China, but then everything else is from China, but they're just cheap quality, these ones here. So I think what I'm going to be doing over the next week is just removing the machines which are on, let me show you, here's maybe one. I'll be removing these machines. I don't think you can see that these are bulging, they're slightly melting. This is just not good quality here. So what I am going to do as an interim measure is cutting them off and putting some more high quality 15 amp plugs on the end, and hopefully that will just keep me going. But I am going to be probably trying to consult and find out what's a better, safer way to get the power from the wall into the machines. Maybe I need to change some of the connections. Maybe I need some PDUs, but yeah, more stuff to do there, 100%. But look, the big project at the moment is essentially, at the moment, all of my KS5s are fully silenced and ducted, but the hot air, because it's quite a large warehouse, it just goes down there, it swirls around, it heats everything up, but it is becoming like a bit of an oven in here. So The main objective now is just to duct this air out of the window over there, and we'll be turning these machines around. We will then be, that template that I build will go up here and it will slot into the window, and then the 6 duct holes will just pump all the hot air out into the big wide world, and it will stop the mining warehouse from becoming like an oven that I could cook a chicken in it. So that's my plan right now. Probably another day or so, or an evening or two of work to get that done. But once all that hot air is ducted out, then I can really start ramping up the mining farm. I've got 5 KS5s, Ice River, KASPA miners here, which is still profitable, and particularly that for almost at least a third or half a day, I have free power now with the solar system. I have 3 hashboard L7 and a 2 hashboard L7. I've also purchased another L7, and I do have 3 L9s on the way coming from NHASH. So I'm going to have in total, we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ASICs running in here. The whole warehouse can probably do around 25 full-size ASICs without any other upgrades. So I guess my plan probably up until Christmas will be to get probably half of the power used, so probably half the size farm up and running, which is probably around that 12 to 13 ASICs. Plus I do have some of the smaller like box miners or mini miners, and I also have a shed load of GPUs. So yeah, a lot of work to do, but once I get the hot air out of here, it's going to be a lot cooler. I can start planning a little bit, work out, am I going to bring GPUs up here as well? So yeah, just it's a key, I guess, move now to get all this hot air ducted out. I don't know how it's going to go exactly. I've actually been working to extend this window mechanism here so the windows open more fully. So and you'll see it's raining at the moment, I will get some protection from the elements if it's raining. So no rain sort of comes back into the warehouse, it comes back into the ducting. But also I want to open it enough so there's no kind of resistance on the air going out and sort of backing up into my machines. So that's where we're at the moment. Yeah, lots of work to do. I'm kind of really testing out my engineering and carpentry skills. But as I said in a previous video, being a crypto miner is really bringing a lot of skills together. So yeah, this is just one of them. Bit of engineering, bit of woodwork, but yeah, all for the greater good. And I will bring you another longer update once I've got the conceptual thing fitted up there and maybe one machine ducting out, and I'll do a test, and yeah, I'll show you guys how it's all running. Yeah, so thanks for watching. If anyone's got any feedback, comments, tips around, I guess, powering the ASICs and I guess being a bit safer and having a better method of getting the power into my ASICs, anything around the ducting and just generally expanding the farm up here and getting more ASICs and more GPUs in here, please put them down in the comments below. I've had so much great feedback so far. It's really helped a lot. So whilst I'm trying to give out some useful information and for people trying to help set up farms like this, there's also people out there that can really help me as well. So keep the feedback coming. I really love it, and take care guys, and I'll bring you another update really soon.